Hi, I'm Chris from Heed the Ball Gaming News, and today's top story, Football Manager 2020 releases new features. And also in this episode, Heed the Ball gives some cryptic clues about his Football Manager 2020 save. There was 5 key features announced for Football Manager 2020 today. First one was Club Vision, the second one was Backroom improvements, the third one was the Development Centre improvements, the third one was Playing Time Pathway, and the third one was Graphic Enhancements, which is the one I'm probably most excited about to look at, but don't get too excited. All 5 features are based on long-term play, so taking a club and playing it for a long time. The average time for a user of Football Manager 2020 is 250 hours, which is mental to think that somebody's playing a video game for that long. I don't want to think how long I've been playing it. I'm in the quadruple figures somewhere. I don't even want to think about it. The first bit is the club vision. So meeting the expectations of the board has always been one of your key tasks in Football Manager, but for FM20 we've overhauled the entire boardroom experience and make it more unique to each team and tied it to long-term progression for the club. So basically it's about club's identity and trying to figure out what a club wants to do. So basically you're going to have to meet targets. So if you're saying you want to sign players for profit, that's in progress. It's quite interesting because there's certain things I do in Football Manager. I sign players, young players, and try and develop them. I don't want to sell them for a profit, but you sometimes have to make the club work. So this is really interesting. Work within wage budget, make significant profit in transfers, and then obviously the normal 5-year plan. So instead of just saying we want a top half finish today, we're saying in 5 years' time we want a Premier Division top half finish and become recognised as the best of the rest and challenge for silverware. In a 5-year programme, that is absolutely brilliant. It also means that if you don't meet those targets, you become sacked, and yeah, it makes it a bit clearer. So yes, when you're having a meeting with the board, whether you're taking the job or the end of season, you can negotiate these. So you can say whether you want to reach the Sky Bet 1 playoffs or whether you want to win it, and then by 5 years' time you want to win the championship. So that's great. But yeah, you could say a lot of things that aren't going to happen, aren't you, to try and get a job. We're going to win the Premier League in 5 years. Aye, right then, read your buddy or something. There was just something really interesting, and I just read there, what you become known for as a manager makes you more attractive to certain teams. So if you're known for attacking football, yeah, that's going to mean you're going to be attracted to play teams that want to play attacking football. So that's amazing. And then you've got a monthly manager performance summary, which is really good, because sometimes the criticisms are like, oh, you've signed a rubbish player and he's like a 16-year-old for the future. So yeah, this is really good. It breaks down what everybody thinks, which is nice. So it's like a report card. So the board mechanics have been completely revamped, and there's lots of more graphical information, which is great. Yeah, so really, Club Vision's a major improvement. Let you know what you have to do to keep your job. Fantastic. So the next one is Backroom Advice. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes the assistant managers aren't the best, but it says it's going to improve the backroom. So yeah, you can get recommendations from certain members of staff who to play instead of others. Again, I'm not so sure the backroom staff are as good as us at spotting where players should play and stuff. I wouldn't necessarily go with my backroom staff advice when who to play and what to do. But it might be better in Football Manager 2020. That's what we're saying. The tactic screens look quite similar, so yeah, there's nothing major here. So in terms of backroom advice and stuff, you're going to get more. It's going to be able to speak to every individual member of staff and see what they think. But yeah, it's not a huge big thing for me. Backroom staff aren't great in Football Manager. They never have been, and I think I'm still going to do what I want to do. The next one is Development Centre. So one of the most engaging aspects of Football Manager is developing talent and unearthing wonder kids you can turn into world beaters in the next few seasons. In Football Manager 2020, we're making it easier for you to plan long term and keep track of progress of youth teams with all new Development Centre. That sounds pretty good. The only thing I have to say is wonder kids were a bit too common in Football Manager 19. There seemed to be every club you sort of played against in the top level all had about 10 of them. So I'd like that scaled down a little bit. So this is the overview screen here, and yeah, you can see players on loan, you can see however potential's coming. Yeah, that looks a lot easier to see. That looks an improvement. The device looks quite good as well. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. The staff are saying who the first team candidate should be. So yeah, I'm liking that. And you can see players on loan, you can see if they're happy on loan and everything. So that's really good to see the progress they're making at clubs. That's a good thing as well. So yeah, thumbs up from me about that one. You get information about youth intakes before the youth intake happens. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I quite like waiting for youth intake day and enjoy the randomness of it. But can you improve it? If you have a rubbish youth intake, will you get a better youth intake? We're saying we don't have any potential shortages in our future youth intake. Yeah, we don't expect much from this youth intake. I don't know if that spoils the surprise, to be honest. Oh, this is good. This is good. Your assistant manager, he's the manager of the reserves of the under-19s and stuff, are showing you what team they expect to play and let you decide whether you want to keep that team or not. That's quite good. I quite like that. Yeah, as a side, I really like this, to be honest. This is one of my favourite features so far. Better than the backroom staff improvements. But I like the club vision and I like the development centre. Right, the next one's playing time pathway. Football Manager 2020 is redefined and re-envisioned. Player development. An aspect of the game is high on the list of priorities of every player. True enough. Becoming a manager gives you a chance to carefully control over how to bring through talent while overseeing the progress of important players too. So I'm quite enjoying that, right? So when you're renegotiating a contract or negotiating a contract, yeah, you can actually tell them a little bit more. Look at that. Oh, there's a regen face. Do we see it? Regen face in the corner there. So you can say star player, regular starter, squad player, impact sub, fringe player, emergency backup. So you could important player to start off with, and you could say they could be a star player in 5 years' time, and that helps them decide whether they want to join you. That is brilliant, because a lot of times these players, you try and negotiate a contract with them and they say no, or they agree and they don't get the playing time and stuff. So you can actually state, and if you don't live up to that, then they'll look for a new contract elsewhere. That's fair enough. I have to say that regen faces do look a lot better. Yeah, so there's the same similar page as well. So playing time future prospect, playing time next year, impact sub, playing time in 2 years' time, regular starter. So yeah, that gives them something to aim for as well, and you can sign young players based on that, so that's good. So again, just another page, and there's a goalkeeping one this time, so it's a star player, important player, so a cup goalkeeper. So it could say that you're going to breakthrough prospect this year, and then next year we're going to be a cup goalkeeper, and then it could be the first choice goalkeeper in 5 years. That is brilliant. I really like that. Right, this is the one we're all looking for, graphical improvements, and we strive to make each year's match experience of Football Manager the best looking in the series, and this year is no different, with renewed effort to introduce a range of graphical improvements that will make the match look more realistic than ever in Football Manager 2020. So let's look at the players. He looks, bald, fantastic, right? Human models, so got kit textures have been overhauled, brilliant. Looks white to me, right? And the manager looks better, right? He does. He looks like Wayne Rooney. Is Wayne Rooney going to be a manager in 2020? Should the Derby County manager be wary? Yeah, but I think we need a new match engine, not a nice new textures for suits. Now that stadium does look better. I like that. It's much better. Yeah, that's what we need, and I've improved the stadium, and if that's all we do, I'd love it. But I don't want to lose that little football that sits in the corner of every stand. I love it. There's not one there, so let's get it back in. So it says you'll see mud and everything splattering up and weather. So obviously, if it rains and stuff, you'll see rain splatters and everything, and water going up. If it's muddy, your pitch isn't very well looked after. Yeah, that's good. So overall, I think I'm quite pleased with the announcements we've made so far. There's nothing worse than what we've already got, so that's pleased. I'd probably say I'm most excited about the development centre and the playing pathways. They are superb additions. In today's other news, Heed the Ball Gaming are still trying to work out who they're going to manage in the beta save for Football Manager 2020, but we did give out a couple of cryptic clues about who we're going to manage in Football Manager 2020. So there's going to be 2 saves for Football Manager 2020. The first clue we gave out said the first save would contain a situation. That type of situation. The second clue we gave out about the second save was it was going to be about the life of one man. One man in a Football Manager 2020 save. Could that man be Adam Blampied? Probably not, but the speculation's rife. Anyway, thank you for watching Heed the Ball News. Take care of yourself and each other, and subscribe if you're new. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.